Well, folks, we get a lot of questions about what does a llama camp look like? In other words, how many llamas, what kind of tent, all that stuff. This is the norm for us. You can have all kinds of variations, and if it was going to be inclement cold weather, we'd have a stove. We knew it was going to be nice, didn't bring a stove. But anyhow, we brought 3 llamas. Okay, we rented them from our buddy Bo Beatty. We buy his tents. This tent here is made by Snow Trekker, but it's designed by Wilderness Ridge Trail Llamas. And you can go out to their website and get a tent just like this. This is a 9x9, and we got some footage of what it looks like on the inside that we'll show you, but here's kind of the basics of a 5-day, this is what this hunt is, deer hunt. Now if it was an elk hunt, we'd have brought an extra llama. We only brought 3 llamas. These llamas, these big pack llamas like Wilderness Ridge Trail Llamas, they can carry 25% of their body weight, and they all weigh between 400 and 440. So you do the math on that, they can do 80 to 100 pounds. So we got a tent that we know, all right, tent, accessories, hammer to pound stakes, everything, 40 pounds. All right, we need at least enough water for Jace, the camera guy, enough water for me, and we got to water the llamas at least twice. So we brought in 100 pounds of water, and do the math on that, that's 12.5 gallons about. Then we got to bring pellets for the llamas, so that's another 20 pounds. So the water and pellets, 140 pounds. This is about another 40 pounds. So we have capacity of about 240. So we got about 180 between all the water, all the pellets, the tents, everything. And that leaves Jace and I about 60 pounds each, maybe a little more on the llamas, and then whatever else we can carry on our back. So that's kind of the basics of it. We bring dehydrated food that will rehydrate. We do bring a water filter just in case it was super hot and we'd run out of water. Other than that, it's just the basic stuff that you would use for a camp. Now, if this was an elk hunt, because we knew we were getting an elk out, we probably would have brought at least 1 more llama, because boning out an elk and everything, you're looking at maybe 200 pounds of boned out everything with the head, the hide, if you take the hide, even more, and meat. So this is the basics of how simple a backcountry hunt can be. We're at over 9,000 feet here, and the 3 llamas got everything here. We've been here for 5 days, been super comfortable. It rained one night, we were nice and dry. It isn't that complicated, but I would stress, if you rent llamas, rent them from a really quality operator. That's probably paramount. And just think about what do you need and what don't you need. Don't bring a bunch of stuff you don't need, right? There's always the, well, in case of this, in case of that, in case of this, in case of that. Well, you could need a string of 10 llamas if you brought all your just in case stuff. If you're in bear country like we are, make sure you have a system for hanging your food, right? Food storage rules are in effect all the time in grizzly bear country. So there's just a few things you got to think about. If you look at this, that's pretty simple, right? And this will all fold up when we take this down today. It'll all fold up and fit in one of those panniers. And if you want more information on it, we're not the experts. Bo and Kirsten at Wilderness Ridge Trail Llamas, they are the experts. Their summer business is running pack trips with their llamas for tourists, like 7-10-day pack trips. And they live in these kinds of tents. They got it dialed, and they have a lot of videos and they have a lot of information on their website. So go check some of that out, and it'll help you understand how we put together a llama backcountry camp.